Good morning to everyone available here, right? So in this section, we are going to discuss about the type of commutation. What is this ideal and what about over and what is under? And moreover, we are going to discuss about the reactance voltage and followed by how can we eliminate the sparking by a simplest method, right? Now, now we are going to discuss about the under compensation, right? Commutation, under commutation. Now, as we discussed in our previous class, we have to draw our diagram, right? We have to draw our diagram. So we have the commutator segment here. So taking as commutator segment 1, 2, and 3, right? So take this one as commutator segment 1, and this could be the commutator segment 2, and this one will be our commutator segment 3 here, right? And following, this is the direction of the rotation here, right? So this one will be the direction of rotation. Now I want to draw the brushes here. I want to draw the brushes. So we have drawn the brushes here, and not only brushes we need, I need to draw the coil also. So I'm going to draw the coils here in commutator segment 1 and in commutator segment 2. Right. So this is our actual final stage setup for the process of the commutation. There I want to indicate the direction of the current here. So I use some different colors for the direction of current. So this is the direction of current for phase B, because in phase B, the direction of current get reverse when compared to the all stages of the process. And at last I am taking here as 20 ampere as the output from the brush. I am taking 20 amperes as output from the brush here. And here it is 10 ampere. And here it is 10 ampere, right? So totally I am getting 20 amperes from the output of the brush here, right? So this is commutation. Regarding the commutation, we are going to discuss now, right? So what we are going to discuss here is the ideal commutation. We are going to discuss is the ideal commutation. So before that, we forget to draw our sparking effect here, because that is the main drawback associated with this sparking, associated with this commutation here. So this line indicates the sparking effect for the 2 amperes, right? So now we are going to see about the characteristics of the commutation. So from the characteristics, we are going to define what is the idea and what is the over and what is under commutation and all. So consider this one as 10 ampere, right? So what 10 ampere is important. Now we are going to discuss with minus 10 ampere and plus 10 ampere. So this is positive 10 ampere, right? So this range is positive 10 ampere. And coming back here, this is minus 10 ampere. negative of 10 ampere. It is negative of 10 amperes here, right? Now I want to make a point as 0 here, origin, because without meeting 0, I cannot able to make a change in the sign of the current, right? So I just indicate this value as 0 value. Now I am going to draw the characteristics for the ideal commutation, right? If it is ideal commutation, what it should happen? It should touch the value of 0, right? And then it has to go to the, it should touch the value of 0. And then from here, it has to go to the minus 10 ampere, right? So then only there will be a reversal of current. So this type of characteristics is suitable for the ideal characteristics because it crosses the 0 and then it goes to the negative. So this one is ideal commutation. And this is ideal commutation. And coming back to our under commutation, so for these things, we have to definitely use different colors so that we can be able to get a better idea with the graph. So the under commutation means the time consumption will be less, right? So that is what the under commutation. The time consumption for the change in the reversal of the current will be less, right? So that is under commutation. So what is the time duration here? The time duration is indicated. Yes, the time duration is indicated here. So this is the time duration, right? And this one is the time duration. And this is the time axis, right? And this one be the time, right? Now we are going to tell about the under characteristics, right? So this plot is for under characteristics. This plot is for under characteristics. So under characteristics of commutation. So it is under commutation. So how this under commutation is occurring, right? So that is our next question. So this under commutation is occurring due to the self-induced EMF in the coils, right? So this coil, there is some coils, right? So in the commutation process, we are having some coils for phase A, phase B, and phase C. So with this coil, there is a self-induced EMF is found in this coil. So due to this, under commutation process is taking place, right? So the advantages of the under commutation process, what we can say here is the time consumption will be very less, right? The time consumption will be very less. So that may be, we can say it as an advantage, but it is not an advantage here, right? Now coming back to our over commutation, right? So over commutation means it consumes more time. It consumes more time. So that's what we are saying it as over commutation. Over commutation means the change in the reversal of the current direction. It consumes huge amount of time. So that's what we are saying it is as the over commutation, right? And this one is for the over commutation. Right? So the commutation can be classified into three types. One is ideal, under, and over commutation. And this ideal characteristic is not practically possible, right? And coming back to the under characteristic, under commutation characteristics, so this is happened due to the self-induced EMF in the coils. This is happened due to the self-induced EMF in the coils here.
Smoking is bad.
So sorry for the interruption occurred here, right? So up to now we are discussing about our under commutation, over commutation, as well as the ideal commutation, right? And this ideal commutation can otherwise said to be as the linear commutation. The ideal commutation otherwise said to be as the linear commutation here, right? So what is the drawback of this over commutation, right? So coming to this over commutation, it may lead to the wear and tear of the commutator. So that may the machine will get damaged. So that is why we should not be careful while in the commutation process, right? So after looking on this under, over and ideal type of commutation, we want to know what is this reactance voltage and how we can be able to eliminate this sparking with a simple technique, right? So coming to this simple technique, how we can be able to remove this sparking. So before that, we want to know what is this reactance voltage, right? What is this reactance voltage here, right? So coming to this reactance voltage, again we need to go for the diagrammatic view. One, two, and three here. And then I'm going to draw brushes. And brushes have been drawn here. Right. So this one is said to be as A, that is A phase. And this is for B phase. And this one is for C phase, right? So we know the amount of current taking out from the brushes here is considered as 20 ampere. Right? Here it is 20 ampere. And the sparking. And the sparking from the commutator 2 to the brushes by the 2 ampere of the current, right? So these things under we know, right? So now we are going to discuss about what is this reactance voltage. What is this reactance voltage? What is this reactance voltage? So we know that just consider a conductor here. Consider a conductor, right? And this conductor, there is a flow of current is positive, right? The current is flowing in this conductor here, right? So when the conductor will have a flow of current, when there is a potential difference, between the conductor, then we can be able to say that there is a flow of current, right? And so that is nothing but the voltage, right? So similarly, here there is a flow of current here. Here there is a flow of current, right? That leads to sparking. Here there is a flow of current that leads to sparking. So if there is any potential difference between these two one is to commutator segment 2, another one is to brushes. If there is any potential difference, then only the current will be flowing here, right? So the potential difference is the voltage, right? And this voltage here is said to be as the reactance voltage, right? And this voltage is said to be as the reactance voltage. And this is said to be as the reactance voltage, right? So now we want to know what is the effect of this reactance voltage, right? Because the current is only 2 amperes. Current is only 2 amperes, and we want to know what is the effect of this reactance voltage, right? So if you want to know the effect of the reactance voltage, first of all, we want to know what is this formula for this reactance voltage. Then only we can be able to know what is the effect of this reactance voltage here, right? So coming to the formula of this reactance voltage, it is said to be as L, that is the inductance value. So the inductance value of the phase A, phase B, and phase C coils into total armature current from the brushes, that is 2IA, total armature current from the brushes, right? Because this one will give one value of armature current, that is IA, right? Phase A will give IA value of the armature current, that is 10 ampere, what we assume here, and phase B will produce another armature current values, that is another IA, and what we assume is 10 ampere and here 10 ampere. Now we are going to add these two. So if it is 10, 10, totally 20, but what we consider here is IA. So it is 2 into IA, right? So here at last we will get 2 into IA. That is the total current from the brushes. 2 into IA divided by the time taken, divided by the commutation time, or we can say it as the brush contact time, right? We can say it as commutation time, or we can say it as the brush contact time here, right? So if you want to know the what is the effect of this reactance voltage, just consider the total current what we taken here is 20, and the commutation time, how fast the commutator segment 2 is moved from the brushes, right? How fast the commutator segment 2 is moved from the brushes in this direction. So I am going to take the time as 0.008 seconds, not in minutes, it is seconds, right? So if we substitute this value, so L value that depends upon the winding, right? It is the inductance value, or we can say it as a reactance, and the total current to be as 20 divided by the commutation time, that is 0.008, right? It is 0.008. And if you consider, if you separate all those values, if you simplify this value, we will get a huge value, right? We will get an huge value here, right? If you consider just it is 20, right? It is only 20 here in the numerator, right? So 20 divided by 0.008, what will be the answer? It is around 2500, right? This is getting around 2500. It is getting around 2500 into L. It is getting around 2500, right? It is getting around 2500. Just consider if the inductance value is 1, if the inductance value is 1, the amount of voltage what we are going to get is 2500 voltage in this distance with this commutator and brush arrangement. If the inductance value is 0.5, then just it is 1250, right? If it is 0.25 of inductance value, then we are going to get 750 amount of the reactance voltage. So only we are saying that it is very, very dangerous to the machine, right? So what we want to do, we want to eliminate this spark, right? If sparking comes, then only there is a need to discuss about the reactance voltage, right? So see, my ultimate aim is to remove the sparking. So to remove the sparking, up to now we have discussed the interpole method, right? We have discussed the interpole method. To avoid the flux weakening, we discussed about the compensating winding method, right? So apart from these two, we have another simple method said to be as the replacing the carbon brushes, replacing the carbon brushes. Now we are going to practically what we are using now is the low resistance brushes. We are using the low resistance brushes. Now what we are going to use, instead of this brush, we are going to use a carbon brushes. We are going to use a carbon brushes which is of high resistance, which is of high resistance. So if we consider R equal to rho L divided by A. So this is the basic formula, right? R equal to rho L by A, what we know for the resistance, right? So if you use the carbon brushes, if you are using the carbon brushes, so the simple thing is use of carbon instead of conventional low resistance brushes, right? So instead of using a low resistance conventional brushes, now we are going to use high resistance high resistance carbon brushes. Now consider this brush is said to be as, right? Now consider I am going to replace this low resistance brush with a high resistance brush, right? This low resistance brush with the high resistance brush. Now what happens? As the principle we know, right? The current will travel only in the low resistance path. The current will travel only in the low resistance path and it won't travel in the high resistance path. That also we know, right? So since the resistance of this carbon brushes is high, since the resistance of this carbon brushes is high, then what happens? The current will not enter into the brushes in this fashion, right? So there will not be any sparking occurred here, right? There will not be any sparking occurred here. So that need to don't need to worry about this reactance voltage here. So this is the simplest way, right? This is the simplest way to remove the sparking, right? So that's all about the section today. So in this section, we discuss about the types of commutation, that is ideal commutation or linear commutation, and then over commutation, under commutation, and then we came to know about the reactance voltage and what is the effect of this reactance voltage, right? And how higher the reactance voltage will be, right? So that it may damage our commutator and brushes of our generator. So we are going for the replacement of the brushes with a high resistance carbon brush so that the sparking will not come, right? So how the sparking is coming? Since the current is traveling from the commutator segment 2 to the brushes via the air medium, so the sparking is coming because what we are using conventionally the brushes of low resistance brushes, right? So only the current is traveling through that. If we use a high resistance brushes, definitely the current will not enter through the high resistance medium while we are having another path of low resistance, right? So the sparking is eliminated here, right? So these are the basic theory of the DC machine, right? So in this section, we are going to discuss about how an EMF is built up in a self-excited DC generator, right? So that's all for this section today. Have a nice day. Thank you for your attending this section.